one of these days I'm gonna get this thing down, and it's gonna be like bam, 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 and
It's
we're
gonna be
live.
like all professional.
Yeah. All right. So what's up? This is Your Music is Bad and You Should Feel Bad. Episode 54. Catching up on some shows and stuff. Most notably, Evergrey.
Notably bad.
Yeah. Well, okay. So the way I look at it, they pulled a Symphony X on us for years. I was like, no matter what their new album is like, I can rely on Symphony X to put on a cool show, play some cool songs, do some whittlies, and have a good time. But then the last time I saw them, they only played stuff from the last 2 or 3 albums, which are really boring and just basic. That's what we gotta start doing. We start calling that shit basic.
It's basic AF.
It's basic AF metal.
It's not so much that it's boring as it's not good.
Yeah.
It's also boring.
It's also butt rock. It was also like the latest one is just straight up butt rock.
The thing is, no, it's not as butt rock. For me, the bar of turning butt rock will be Arsis.
Yeah, well, it's not. No, it's not as pure butt rock.
It's not as pure butt rock, but it is very like
it's not as butt rock as
80s,
Adrenaline Mob.
80s
but
metal.
Yeah. So Evergrey. I mean, I didn't listen to their whole new album, and it turns out that was the right move.
I did, but I forgot that I had.
Right.
I forgot that they had a new album.
The last 3 albums, with the exception of like, there was one really good track on the last one with that
King
sweet
of Bears,
video.
the yacht with the yacht video.
The yacht as fuck video.
It's like it starts in like a canoe and then it ends on like a super like a cruise ship.
Yeah,
and they've got that harbor big crane.
Yeah, that crazy thing. Yeah,
they're at the shipping dock.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. And again, Evergrey always was good shows. And now Henrik's back in the band. And so the last time we saw them wasn't like the best. Like, didn't they play like
they
a little
played
bit
like
of everything?
Right, and they played a bunch of tracks off In Search of Truth.
Right. Which, I mean, to be fair, that's because they did it at Prague Power as a thing.
But that was a long time ago.
It was like a few years ago.
Right, but this was like less than a year ago.
Right, but the point is, like, it was like, okay, they still know. So, but that's why it's even weirder that they didn't do anything from it this time.
Yeah.
Because it was like, did you forget them already?
Yeah, zero.
All those good songs.
Maybe they're trying to just distance themselves from Alex Jones. Okay,
Maybe.
I'm gonna music wars it right now, and I'm gonna say,
fuck, I have a. Oh my god, maybe I have to hold. Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to see if I can actually get the bumper.
And I get a music wars it right now, and I'm just going to go out on a limb and saying they're trying to distance themselves from Alex Jones, so that's why they didn't play anything off In Search of Truth.
Probably. Before the end of this episode, I'm going to get this thing on, and then by the time everyone forgets about it, I will...
Blam! You're just going to blindside them.
There's a war on for your ears.
Music wars.
I want to go to space. That's my favorite still.
I still love that Sega CD parody somebody made.
Okay.
It's like,
yeah, I was like, where is that coming from?
We run a really tight ship around here.
And by tight we mean
leaky boat. We're taking on water, basically. So I don't even remember who, like, the name. So the one band was Seven Kingdoms, but the band Need.
Oh yeah.
I showed up during Need. Did you see someone before that?
Who's before Need? I think I showed up during Need.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Who's the first opener? Because I think I know. I might have missed him on purpose. Here, let's see. Evergrey, New York, Webster Hall. All right. Yeah. It was.
I mean, I would have missed all of them on purpose. Could I?
Yeah,
been able to time it better. But they sent a thing out the day of the show that was like, "Hey, we moved everything earlier," and I was like, "Okay, I don't want to like miss Evergrey."
Yeah.
But in hindsight,
oh man,
I did want to miss Evergrey.
So yeah. So like, okay, you're right. Let's start at the beginning though. So Need was
not good.
Yeah.
So this is a band which I'd forgotten that I'd heard.
I think I missed them at Prague Power, even though I was there, but I missed their set.
Yeah, I don't think I saw them at Prague Power. I think I was with you.
Yeah, I think we watched like a video of them and we're like, We don't need to go to this.
I think we need to listen
let's
to
go
portable.
back to
We need to listen to portable radio again
for the 500th time.
We had very important things to do. We needed to listen to portable radio. We needed to Brain Dance is Lost.
Yeah.
And we needed to listen to Mercy Falls some more, so that we would be prepared.
Yeah.
We would know everything to ridicule during their set. Because that's the thing about Need. They're not aggressively bad. They're aggressively mediocre.
Yeah.
So, because that was the thing, I remembered, like, I listened to them, like, basically the day of or day before, whatever, and was like, oh, I remember hearing this band, and it's one of those deals where I was like, they're not terrible. Like, this band doesn't upset me that they're booked, but, like, they're not good.
Yeah.
But then the thing was, this set was really exuded, as I called it, garbage era Fates Warning.
Yeah.
Right? Because they had all the ingredients. The singer definitely wanted to be Ray Alder, and the dude was playing a PRS, which was a 7-string, even though it was short scale. It was 25-inch anyway. And then but then the songwriting was also sounded like all those songs that Ray wrote that are terrible.
Yeah, it's the garbage era. No, okay, so do you mean like garbage in that it sucks, or like the band garbage? Because there's a little bit of similarity. Like, it's kind of their grungier, very straightforward. A lot of
I think I like
stuff.
Garbage better than this band.
Okay,
So,
and I just wondered which way you meant it in, or if it was supposed to be a little bit of
It's a disservice to Garbage to compare them to this band. No, like Fates Warning, like when Ray, like basically Ray did, for people who don't know, he did this solo project or whatever, side project called The Engine that was terrible. And then they were like, hey, we need to put out another Fates Warning album. And I guess, I don't know, Jim was probably like, yeah, but I haven't written any songs recently. And Ray's like, that's okay, I'll write some songs. And they were like, fuck it, whatever, man, just phone it in. And they did, and it was terrible. And that's what this band sounded like. And they seemed like really okay with that. Like, they seemed like really into how mediocre they were, which was very. That's like.
All right. Yeah. Man. So. Yeah. It was very much like as soon as you said that, I heard the Fates Warning-y bits, but not like in a really cool way or anything.
So Kyle wants to know if listening to Mercy Falls is how we prep ourselves for talking about terrible music, and the answer is no.
No, why would I listen to that again?
It's what we do to prep ourselves for seeing them live.
It was
because
literally
you needed to point out, like, because it's one of those deals. If you just saw it live, you would be like, "What is happening right now?"
I had to explain to people, both you guys and also Ben and Steph and whoever else was hanging out, why I wanted to go see them. I couldn't just say I wanted to go see them because I didn't want to go see them because I like them and I didn't want to give that impression. But I had to show people just how ridiculous and incoherent that album was, in order that encouraged them to like see some of it. Because I had to witness some of it.
And it worked, too, because when we walked in, and Ben was like, what? That's the thing.
Yeah, it was like, that's the thing, you just said the thing. Which Jackpot. Was, if you fall, I will call you a loser.
If you fall, I will call you a loser. Be like, that's cool. I mean, you are, but in the context of your story, it doesn't really make sense. That band is terrible.
Yeah.
Mercy Falls was one of the most offensively bad sets I've ever seen.
It was pretty bad.
Like, I've never seen ICP live.
Yeah, and they were all dressed like waiters or maitre d's or whatever.
No, they were dressed like it's like my office job. It's like they work at Staples.
Like, it was like black. Black is like the wait.
Oh yeah. They were wearing like
waiter pants.
Yeah, waiter pants and like tucked in white collared shirts, like just button downs. But maitre d almost like is like too high class. It literally is more like they worked at Staples or something. Like and right, that was like they all wore it too. They were like, yo, you know what would be really great for our presentation is if we all looked like we worked office jobs. And you're like, but you probably do. so you're going
they're
for
from Sweden, so they probably have some government support.
I don't know, man. Tom's from Sweden. Evergrey's from Sweden. They have a little better fashion sense.
Okay. Is this the same? Oh yeah, this is the same thing. Why don't you comment on the fucking thing so that you can help?
Kyle, why don't you learn how to comment? That's what Matt's telling you right now. By the way, thank you for your
because that like I'm not gonna. Okay, let me not. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm now like distracted to. If you had publicly commented on it, it will both help promote the podcast and also then us responding to it makes sense. But if you're just gonna like private messages during the show, that's just distracting. And I'm like, what's going on? Who's messaging?
Matt
What's
can't
this
handle
message?
it.
Oh, it's the same thing Rich just talked about. Anyways,
Matt has to produce the show.
No, yeah, and that's. I mean, not that I have that much to do. I just constantly feel like I need to be checking the thing. Like it's fine now. I don't have to do anything unless I'm putting something up on the screen. But I'm still weirdly like, what is going? What is it camera 1 or camera 2? There's only one camera.
What is this glowing box that I have that connects me to people all over the world?
Okay, I got the bumper loaded, but I don't know. It might be loud is the thing. I don't know.
Only
how the
one way to find out.
Like, shoot, all right.
You could undershoot. You could err on the side of caution.
Oh, hey, I can turn down I can turn down the iPad level. All right, we're gonna try this out.
You could fade it in.
There is a war for your ears. Music wars.
I want to go to space.
Honestly, it needs a little more explosion.
Yeah,
the explosion should probably like repeat a few times, but
just put some
the first
reverb
version.
and delay on the one explosion.
Right.
Just
yeah,
like
yeah. It's all right. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
So is this Music Wars episode 3 or 2? I've lost track.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I think we're gonna do some actual separate segments that we start to integrate, and maybe we'll make those the actual Music Wars show. But I don't know. We gotta get into. Do we have anything to speculate wildly about this time?
Probably.
I
mean, I'm sure we'll think of something.
I mean, I could speculate wildly about why Evergrey sucked.
Well, we're not there yet. We got to talk about Seven Kingdoms. Right. The next band.
So we covered Need, right? Needs
yeah,
all.
Need. Yeah, there's not a lot to say there.
Yeah,
they just need to be better.
Yeah. So Seven Kingdoms
have 0 tolerable songs. That was my take.
Well, they as far as I know, they have one song because they all sound exactly the same. They're very much
true.
The power metal formula.
She sings the same on all of them.
Yes,
there isn't one where she like tones it down for a stroll through the forest. They're all the like blah, like she overextends and you're like there is no like that's there's this thing right in music school like when you have to write an art song and they're like intelligibility matters, and in heavy metal it's like intelligibility is like the enemy of heavy metal. It's like the less intelligible your vocals are, the like more legitimate a band you are.
Yeah, and I noticed she had like this ridiculous like cover my ass reverb going on, right?
Well, yeah, because she was super pitchy.
Yeah, and she clearly like can't sing that style at full force for the entire set, if even
and that's
a song.
What all their songs are,
right? Because that's how power metal tends to work. But the problem is like we got people now who are like getting into power metal and they're like, we're doing that, and then they're like, how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you do the whole
right?
You sing
they're not
it's like then don't sing like that if you can't sing like that.
Well, the other thing that you need to do. Well, so first of all, right when you're like an actual professional band that makes money. You know how many nights a week you can do that.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, most bands that have a singer that has to sing into dog whistle range have like a part during their set where they like play a really long instrumental or they all play solos or whatever.
Yeah.
And again, for like a power metal band, you think they would totally want to do that. To be like, I'm going to show off this sick shred that has no business in a song. Not that that's ever stopped us from including it in a song before, but I mean they should have an overabundance of this. But no, it's like they just the whole set it's the same. Like it would actually bring some pacing to their set, but it's like no, they're just gonna play a bunch of songs that all sound the same,
and
one after another.
Yeah, like the point when I really noticed. Well, I remember the first time I heard of Seven Kingdoms was when they were debuting a music video at Prague Power. This was an actual music video. I mean, it was just a pretending to play, standing in a room.
You didn't have to tell me that. Like, I haven't seen it, but I knew.
But what's funny is then, like, a year or two ago, I remember they came up again. I didn't remember much about them other than they were, straight ahead power metal. They played.
Other than that, they're a Game of Thrones metal band. That needs to be pointed out. They're not a Tolkien metal band. They're a Game of Thrones metal band.
That's right. Yeah. So Seven Kingdoms is a reference to.
I'm sorry.
Game of Thrones.
They're a Song of Fire and Ice metal band.
To board detection. Although I don't know, maybe
I think they predate the TV show.
They probably do.
No, because I looked it up during the show,
right? Yeah.
And I was like, I think they predate the TV show.
Yeah, I think you're right. But so the last time there was a thing involving them at Prague Power. They were premiering a lyric video, which is super exciting. Like, I can't wait to see that video you made for the least amount of money possible.
The Gathering.
Yeah. And then on top of that, I had never paid attention. Like, their music did not invite me to investigate further, so I never bothered to like look into whether they're all like consistent with their concept, or I'm just like, nah, nope.
You're like, I've had enough.
Yeah, I don't need to hear more.
I've had enough. The immortal words of Kip Winger. I've had enough.
Yeah. And so, but the weird thing was, it was from an EP that was not based on Song of Ice and Fire. So I'm like, so you already abandoned, like, I know you haven't finished like the series because nobody has, because George R. R. Martin hasn't finished it, and now he's just not going to. He's like, well, there's a TV show. They can make up whatever they want.
I made enough
I'll probably
money.
Die before I figure. But then he's like doing other TV shows and stuff. So I think he's just like, yeah, fuck this shit.
Hey,
you guys just finish
follow
this.
the money.
Yeah, and that's a whole other stupid thing. But
we can speculate wildly about that.
We can speculate wildly. But no, it was going to be a thing about about that kind of like book series where people are really, really into it, but it never ends. And then the dude, like, there was another one called The Wheel of Time that was similar, where the dude died before they finished it, but he had like, and supposedly the same thing, like, oh, he's got notes, he knows how it's going to end, he knows how it's going to end in his head because there's a magical world that lives in his brain. And it's like, yeah, well, for some people that's considered a medical condition, but so I don't know where I was going with that, but then like, but who gives a shit? Like, clearly he doesn't give a shit. George R. R. Martin doesn't. He's like, well, whatever.
Like,
anyway. So this particular EP though was is kind of, it hit a pet peeve of mine, which is that it was based on Lovecraft, H.P. Lovecraft, and there's a long history, of people doing stuff based on H.P. Lovecraft and having it be completely. I mean, yours, we've talked about this, worked, but like in a lot of cases, especially in metal, there's a lot of like death metal bands who they're just like, well, we're death metal, so that's like dark enough, and I'll just write about...
Right, they're like, we're going to do the same thing we always did, but claim now it's Lovecraftian.
Right.
And it's like, well, that's not really how it works.
It's not how it works, but at least it makes a little sense when you're like a death metal band. But when you're a power metal band that plays major... Every song is major.
Yeah.
I don't think they know about minor keys, or if they do... like they just can't help but kind of end up in the relative major. Like, they probably start in a minor key and then all of a sudden it's like, and now it's major, just accidentally resolving, because that's what their whole set felt like. It was just like a constant like resolution, like there's like tension, no, resolution,
right,
resolution, tension, no, resolution, and it was just kind of it was just this little like kind of tonal loop that kind of keeps plopping you back in the same place.
Well, and it's like the classic. That's why I call it the heavy metal harmonic rhythm, right? Where you end and start on the one, right? Like, and that's the thing with power metal. You just never leave the one, and you're good to go. It's just like no, just or like it's like just don't leave that chord, and you got nowhere to go. Why would you go anywhere? Nowhere to go. Right here's great. This is totally metal. Like, just play fast. And as we watched the Stevie T How to Be Power Metal video yesterday, and he points out that there are in fact only 2 drum beats in power metal. This is very, very accurate.
Yeah, he also is really good at making up onomatopoeias for them. I forget the power metal ones, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it was bad, but no. So the thing about this band was they were awful. Yeah, that the girl was pitchy. All their songs were the same.
Oh, the other reason I've been very aware of what they've been up to though is that one of the guitar players is a comparison guy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so he's on the comparison group on Facebook and stuff.
But they did some weird things. So the one dude, was it the one guitar player? He had his pirate bandana on. He looked like he just came from the Running Wild show.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and what would happen was, what was weird was like, so the chick singer, she would vacillate between like the pitchy screaming stuff and like sort of like normal intelligible singing.
Yeah.
And so that guitar player, he would mouth the like normal low parts, and then when she would go and do this like screamy stuff, the bass player would mouth those parts. Like it was so, I don't think it was intentional. I think it was just both like those were like the parts that they liked, right? The one guy, like the guitar player was like, I'm all about the story of this, right? And the bass player was like, I'm all about the epicness of it. And he'd be like, and the thing was, the bass player had like he had like really long, pretty hair and stuff. So I was like, yeah, it was like he's like the. You get the high parts. It's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They were bad. They were really bad. And bizarrely, this has happened before at Webster Hall. For whatever reason, the light rig is like overkill, but they have a bunch of lights because there's like dance parties that happen in that room.
Yeah.
But it's like there's not like a pre-programmed setup on the board that's like, this is the dance party preset and this is the metal band preset. and so like the lights on the crowd still happen.
Oh yeah.
And they started flashing the red lights on. So first of all, one, they flash like right. They flash right in your eyes. So I moved. But the other thing I was like, are they warning us about how terrible this band is? Like you like clear the area. There's terrible power metal happening.
Yeah.
And I was like, thanks for looking out, Webster Hall.
Yeah, it was like what's happening? Oh, it's this thing we're already watching. Thanks for warning us.
Be like, it's too late. It's like it's already happened.
Oh yeah.
Get out. So yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's this weird thing in power metal. It seems to very specifically be power metal, and again, I think it may have to do with this weird thing where, like, over time, the criteria that set the line between power and prog metal, the imaginary line between power and prog metal, gradually moved further and further to where now, if you deviate from that super major for super simple like motor rhythm structure, it's like, oh, that's prog. It's like,
right.
Oh, it's kind of progressive there because of the like you syncopated that one time.
Right. No, like right. If Return to Heaven Denied came out today, people would probably be like, this is really proggy, and you'd be like, no, it's like sounds like from 20 years ago.
Yep. Yeah. So speaking of band that used to be proggy, so Evergrey, like, oh man, I was just bad. Like,
it's the
what
worst
the
set.
hell?
How many times have you seen Evergrey? Because I've seen Evergrey probably 10 plus times.
I mean, with all the prog powers.
Yeah, and it's always been awesome.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Even when they kind of had like Henrik was gone and the keyboardist was gone,
and the bass player's still gone.
Yeah.
The leather skirt left.
Sometimes I miss leather skirt bass player.
he was holding it down, but like he's gone. The original drummer's gone.
Yeah,
Henrik was gone for a while. Like the only consistent member has been Tom.
Yeah,
and the thing for people who don't know, Tom wasn't even when they recorded that first album. They had a singer, and he quit, and so Tom had never thought about trying to sing, and he just did, and it turned out like his voice totally rules. Like that was just random, but he's been the only consistent member in the band, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's basically it's his band at this point. I think it has been for a bit, but like the last, it's interesting because I was watching. I don't know if it was Tom's in particular, or if it was the Evergrey. I think it was Tom's on Facebook. Like he was posting while they were making the album, and he was posting all this stuff about like, you know, like after all these years, like trying to find inspiration and stuff. And I guess it's like Yeah, apparently it's kind of tough because
Apparently
I was
it's-
like,
the well is dry.
like the way he was writing about stuff, I was like, I don't know. This is either going to be a great album or he's just like about to like give up, like or something because it just sounded like
it definitely.
maybe he gave up
should
on
be
this
the
tour.
latter.
Maybe he like on this tour he was just like fuck it because honestly that's what the show felt like, and it was the second to last show of the tour. I heard the tour was kind of rough, but I mean. I don't know.
Well, yeah, they didn't they miss the early dates?
Yeah, they missed a date
because again, I've said this before. I'm going to say again: if you are traveling internationally to tour, maybe start a day or two ahead. Like maybe do that.
Yeah.
So so they lost some money apparently because they missed the first date or two. I don't have all the details. So that was bad.
Yeah,
but,
and then the set list was just it was
terrible. They didn't play anything off Dark Discovery. They didn't play anything off Solitude. They didn't play anything off In Search of Truth. They played Touch a Blessing and Recreation Day. Those are literally, and those were the encores, weren't they?
Yep, those were both the encore in the encore.
Like those were the only two good songs they played.
Yeah.
And Evergrey is not one of those. There's certain bands.
Okay, this is not from this. Oh, this is from 2 years ago. I was like, this set list is way better. Master Plan.
Yeah. No, that was the show that totally ruled. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the thing is, when there's certain bands like Amorphous, where like, or like Anathema, where they can play songs off their really mediocre albums and they sound way better live. But you can always tell because it's like, well, they're kind of like rocky, and so you could tell like they were probably playing this in their practice space and it sounded really good, and then it just kind of like lost all the energy in the studio. And so then when they play those songs live, you're like, oh, this is like way better hearing it live. But man, the new Evergrey, it's just garbage. It's not. Playing it live can't save it.
Yeah. Well, the last like 3 albums. I mean, this is why it's weird that like he was saying this stuff during the writing, and then like it comes out, and I was like, yeah, you put out the same album. I mean, slightly worse version of the last album.
Well, yeah, the thing
last
was,
one has a slight uptick.
Right, that's the thing. They were bottom of the barrel with like Monday Morning Apocalypse and Torn. Like those albums were
those are the worst.
Unlistenable.
Those are really bad.
They are pure garbage from start to finish.
Yeah.
Then King of Errors was a really great song, and it was a really long song too. So you're like, okay. And then there's some other stuff where it was kind of like they were just rehashing old stuff.
Yeah.
But you're like, okay. And then on the new one, it's just like, again, it's like pedestrian. It's not offensively bad the way like Torn and Monday Morning Apocalypse are, but it's still not good.
Yeah.
And it's definitely like, if I know, like I'm not happy that I paid for the show, and that's how. Luckily, it was early. Like it didn't ruin my whole night because it was over by like 9.
I was so like, I was like, this is gonna be great. These early bands can't go long or whatever because it's a tight show. They got to be done by like 10.
Yeah, because they're having this dance
come out,
party.
Kill it. I'm gonna get some Mark of the Triangle and fucking. Literally any song off In Search of Truth or Recreation Day. And even that Inner Circle one, there's some okay stuff like Touch a Blessing.
Yeah, which they played. And and even like I don't really like Solitude as an album, but if they play Solitude Within or Blinded, that Blinded's like the best live song because you get to sing along.
And okay, so here's the other thing, right? So it's that same. This is the same thing that concerns me. Is the same kind of thing with Pain of Salvation. It almost felt like. A couple possible theories. One theory is that they just recorded the album.
Are we speculating wildly?
You're right. Damn. All right.
Hold on, people. We're
gonna get to the bottom of this.
We need to properly introduce.
We're gonna find out what's going on.
Music Wars.
You like the pitch shifter down there too.
Music Wars.
Right, it gets that like total digitaled out because you shifted it down.
I did it, yes.
Music Wars.
All right, so
now that we've established,
a few things
are we in the war? Are we in the war zone now? Wait, is it the war room? Or if it's war zone, then it's a reference to Monday Night Raw in like the 90s.
I don't.
But if it's the war room,
I'm not sure. I haven't. Okay, so the problem is I keep.
But we're not going to a different room, so we're in the war zone. It's a state of mind.
Right.
We're in the war zone. We've entered the war zone.
I haven't been able to watch enough of it. The problem is whenever I put on a clip of Alex Jones, it's just fucking awful garbage immediately, and I have to stop usually. Also, like if I put one on and it's not Alex Jones, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Get the fuck out of here! Like this guy's not as crazy. This guy knows he's full of shit. I need Alex Jones.
Is it the
who's
guy
not aware of
the guy who eats paper?
No, although that guy, I fucking can't stand that guy. That guy is a snotty piece of shit.
Yeah,
he's like,
I noticed.
He's British, but I almost am like suspicious if he just like made
like
it
fake
up.
British, yeah,
because he's
like
gonna
fake
be like,
British.
Well, what's really going on, Alex, is that and he's just
my
like
accent.
and it's like it turns out he eats. Wait, where did that come from? We gotta fucking
It was a Vice article about their diets. It was the InfoWars diet. That was the name of the article,
which is
highly misleading because what it was an article where they asked everyone who works for Alex Jones what they eat. It wasn't about a specific. Forget juicing. Try the InfoWars diet. It's not. There was no diet outlined here. It was what do you freaks eat?
Yeah,
that's what it was.
And this fucking. Tool bag.
That guy,
Paul Joseph Watson.
PJ, what's up, PJ?
So okay, oh god, this doesn't make any sense. Okay, so he's like, so it just says occupation editor at large Infowars, which is bullshit. Nobody's an editor at Infowars.
Yeah, there's no editing happening there. It is pure unfiltered.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't believe in editors right now. I don't think they exist anymore on the internet because, like, clearly nobody's editing Vice.
Or like you even read the New York Times and there's typos.
Yeah, I don't.
You're like, what is this?
Believe. I think that it's like producer in music. It means something different and worse. And it's, it probably just means you get paid more and don't have to write as much. Okay, so diet. Funny you should ask. I'm not going to do it. The voice. My eating habits are not normal. I suffer from the pica eating disorder. This means I literally eat books, pages of older books especially. I have managed to curb it in recent years, but it's still a thing. There's no real treatment. It's not harmful to my health, though. Still, at least I can safely say I'm consuming knowledge. No, you can't. That's not how books work. First of all, you clearly don't understand how books work. You should just drink. You gotta look at them with your eyeballs.
You should just drink ink and find out how knowledgeable you become.
Yeah, and then he says exercise is boring, but he does some whatever. I don't believe he exercises at all.
I don't care about their exercise. I care about the InfoWars diet.
Like they asked you what your diet is like, and he was like, "Well, I have this weird thing while I eat paper." Anyway, he didn't say anything else. Right. Like, is that it? Do you just eat paper? Does he live off paper?
No. And the thing was, when we first read this, your comment was really great. You were like, they totally softballed you questions to make you seem like relatable human beings, and you came back with, "I eat paper."
Oh, you had to do.
You had one job.
Just act like a human. Just act like
somebody, a normal fucking person
that people can
for
relate
5
to.
Seconds. And no, you couldn't do it.
And you come back with a disorder that's probably, if you look it up, I bet it would say most cases disappear in adolescence. One of those things where like people get weird habits, but then they go away unless you're this guy.
I don't know, but I don't know anything about it, but I'm willing to bet, my wild speculation is that if we went on like a message board that was dedicated to this thing, there would be a bunch of posts where they'd be like, this guy doesn't really have this thing and he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's my guess. They'd be like, that's not even what it is.
Yeah.
He's full of shit. That's my. I'm enjoying the speculating wildly. It's great. So we were about to speculate wildly about some music
Evergrey,
thing.
about Evergrey.
I thought it was Pain of Salvation.
Well, it was the same thing. So the same thing, which is that they felt like. I mean, much more so Evergrey than Pain of Salvation, but they felt like lazy sets where there was just like there's nothing challenging. And so, that's why I'm bored, because there's nothing that interesting musically, but also it just seems like you can kind of just phone it in.
But even then, the Pain of Salvation set at least was like kind of interesting.
Oh, right, no. And again, it's a different degree. But again, it was more like with the Pain of Salvation thing where it was like, like they didn't those fills are missing in rope ends, which made me realize certain things had been kind of like
straight
simplified a little. Yeah.
It also was not sufficiently syncopated. It was like super straight.
Yeah. And it just, And I was like, hey, remember how the intro to this song is super badass and cool? And then it was like, this doesn't feel as cool as they usually do. Oh, because I'm waiting for that. And it was like, like where's the extra? It's
Yeah.
every time it adds a note slightly earlier.
Right, he just
it's a thing.
He just followed the guitar. Metric
he did not.
consinity. That's the music theory term for why it sucked. Metric consinity.
So I don't know. Well, my thing was like, okay, so I guess they did like I guess, you record the album, so I understand they're going to play a lot of stuff from it, but then they also played a lot of stuff just from the last one.
So speaking of that, Ragnar posted a video. This was an interview with him.
Yeah.
I don't. It was some publication. I don't know what it was. But he said two really interesting things. So I didn't know. I've never been to Iceland. He's like, there's no trees in Iceland. He's like, so moving to Scandinavia was awesome. He's like, because I have like trees in my backyard. I didn't know that. So anyway, that was interesting. And then he also I think most people know now that the sample at the beginning of Meaningless is his voice, but he actually showed like how he did it, because he was like, he's like, when I'm working on tracks, he's like, it doesn't matter whatever session. He's like, I just open my computer and just import like random sounds from whatever. And he's like, and I had this one from this other thing, and then I pitch shifted it, and it sounded like this. Like, he's just like, I'm just fucking around, and this is what comes. He's like, I just shit this out, and it was awesome.
Okay, so
even my shit is gold.
This is actually a more interesting topic than where I was going, which is, I've noticed this. Like I was, so I was complaining the other day, about Childish Gambino. So I saw, if you don't know, Childish Gambino is Donald Glover is his name. He's also an actor and comedian and writer, but he decided to go into music for a few years as Childish Gambino, doing rap, and he also is a pretty good singer. But one of the issues, I'm a huge fan of his in comedy, and so I was curious with the music, and it wasn't that it didn't seem, it's not bad. Like the whole time I was like, okay, well he's not bad. Like he's competent, like at rapping, although I feel like that's the thing that people get too excited about. Like a lot of it's a certain amount of basic rap, like okay, like people are like, I'm so good at rap. It's like, all right, settle down. Like, first of all, you're all right at rap. Second of all, that's not that big of a thing. But he can actually sing, and his new album, he's doing a lot of singing. But one of the issues is that he's a huge fan of Kanye. And so on the one hand, I was listening to like an interview with him. I was trying to like, maybe he'll give me some insight into why Kanye is supposed to be a big deal. And he gave me a little bit of insight, but more he gave me an insight into why he's not that great, which is that he's so into Kanye. And it's like, he thinks everything Kanye's doing is amazing. And so he's doing similar stuff and thinking it's amazing. And I'm like, but you're just copying Kanye. Like after a while, it's like, not all of his stuff sounds like Kanye, but a lot of it. And the new thing is different, but it's just like another super retro 70s kind of thing, like kind of everybody's been doing in one way or another, and so it's all right.
Progressive rock is all the rage,
and in this case, it's like regressive soul is the big thing in like hip hop and stuff like that. It's like regressive soul and R&B, but like when you listen to the actual songs, and you're just like, it's the same shit, it's the same. There's nothing that interesting or new. There's nothing new is basically what it is. There's nothing really new about it, and so now. He's retiring, at least as Childish Gambino. I bet he's going to come back. He'll make up another name or some bullshit in a few years if he wants to. If he makes a beat and he's like, "Oh, I should put this out." Because my whole thing is like, I don't think real musicians retire. In my mind, it's because I'm like, why would I? How would I be positive I'm never going to come up with anything else? You know what I mean? Like, how would I? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, unless I plan to...
Leave him wanting more, Matt.
Unless I expect to die at a specific date, I'm more. Like, what if you could retire when you're 60 and then all of a sudden you're 80 and you're like, I want to write something. So the whole retiring thing is bullshit. It's usually just marketing and a way to like boost the sales on a tour so you can go on a long vacation of like a decade or some shit. But that's the way it usually works out, right? Most people who are like, I'm retiring, they come back.
Yeah.
Ozzy and Black Sabbath and all these assholes. So that's why I think it's dumb. On the other hand, though, I think good, because I think he's much better at comedy, and he's so fucking funny, and like people don't even understand, because they know if they watch Community, but before that, like I used to see him in this improv group with these other two guys. They had a ton of sketch videos online too that were really good. Like the first big one they had was Bro Rape. That was the big.
Yeah.
With like, bro, you want to come over and play? Was it GameCube and listen to Jack Johnson?
That is what it was.
Yeah, and which I guess like that's part of his thing, right? He's all like around 30 now. I don't know exactly how old. He's probably 30 or something. But you know, he was all like, I'm all serious now and mature, and like Atlanta, he put out this show. It's like it's about Atlanta, and so it's very relevant culturally and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, and it was good. It's very good, but also like, wasn't that funny? Like, really funny guy, like just really being not funny a whole lot of the time. And like so in addition, he had all these great sketches, which were like extremely high quality for like internet stuff, like. If you compare to like the Lonely Island, you know, the dudes who got famous for doing all the like joke rap and stuff. Before they did all the joke rap stuff, they got on SNL because they made these web videos and stuff. Derek is the name of the group that Donald was in with Dominic and DC, which is why they called it Derek, because they all have different D names. Their videos are way better than Lonely Island. Like their sketch show videos are so much better and funnier than Lonely Island. It's ridiculous. And I used to go see them once in a while in New York when I first moved here at UCB Theater. They had a Saturday night like midnight show. It was improv. And it was just like one of the best improv shows like I've ever gone to, and regularly. It was regularly good, which is another weird, like, honestly, there's so much.
Because a lot of times that shit's really hit or miss.
There's even good groups. You go to UCB, you move to New York, you go to UCB Theater, you're like, I'm going to go to this shit every week. And then, like, 2 weeks later, you're like, a lot of these people are not that good yet. And maybe I will come back when they have improved. But then if they are good, like a month later.
You'll see them on something else.
You see them on something which they moved to LA for. Yeah. So, like, if you're good, like, this guy's great. And then they move to LA and then they're on a TV show, which is what happened with Donald. Like, he suddenly was on Community, and I'm like, did he leave New York? He left New York. But anyway, so he literally had this thing where he's like, I'm afraid I'll never outgrow bro rape, which is a reasonable thing. But my thing is, I'm like, but like, don't underestimate the make some comment. Like he did Community, but you know, he didn't write that. And then after that, it was just like, I'm gonna make music for a few years.
The other thing is like, comedy rap can totally work too. So
right.
Like,
well, that was the thing.
Feel free to do that.
That was the thing, though. Everybody expected him to do that, so he was like, "No, I'm serious. I can be as serious as Kanye." But that's the thing. Like, it's the same as Kanye, where he's all like, "I'm an artist. This is super important." But then you actually listen to any of his songs, and the deepest it ever gets.
I don't think you understand what important or serious means. Right. Also, you're married to a Kardashian.
The deepest it ever gets is, especially Kanye, is like, yeah, his baby mama won't let him see his kid or something, and it's like, yeah, well, and it's like, just because I hit her, it's like,
yeah, that's kind of a big deal. That's like a serious problem.
Why don't you write a song about how you've realized you shouldn't hit women? Oh, you haven't done that? No, there's no Kanye song about that.
Ain't that serious?
What the shit?
Serious yet?
Like, and then it's usually about, you know, how he is good at rap or music, and he fucks, right? That's the usual theme, is like, did I mention that I fucks? Like, you know, like, somebody made a really good joke about Drake recently. We're like, we get it, you fuck. Like, because Drake, every song, it's either about like, ooh girl, or it's like, don't fuck with me because I fuck, you know, like, it's just, it's all that same shit. So like, I listened to some of his stuff, and he's a Childish Gambino, which, by the way, he got that name from the Wu-Tang name generator.
Oh yeah,
so that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, like he got it from that,
Step
and then he just like used it. But yeah, I mean, his music's like all right, and I like some of it. Like, I like a few of the songs on his like really big earlier album, and I listened to this new one a little bit, and it's all right. It's smooth. The new one's smooth as fuck. It's not yacht smooth, but it's smooth. But again, it's more like R&B, soul. Smooth, but it's still like, I watched a video with the guy who produced it, and it's interesting because he met him on Community. He was the guy who did the music on Community, and they got together and did this thing, and he's going through this thing, and it's the song Redbone. It's been in a lot of places. It was in that movie Get Out, and everyone's making this big deal about like it's got this. Well, first of all, the verse, it just sounds like he's talking to some woman because it's that kind of thing. And so then I'm like, all right, so take it easy with your important shit. But then the chorus, he's all like, stay woke, and I'm like, what the fuck? What is that? Do you elaborate? I don't think he elaborates on how to stay woke and shit. Like, it's just that's the thing. It's just so like, I said stay woke in my song, so like, I got something to say, which is stay woke.
Right.
Is that it? Is there more? Is there more to this? Is there more to this premise?
Instructions for wokedness would be
right. That would be helpful. Maybe some.
You saw the Hard Times article I sent over, right? That was woke dude putting everyone at party to sleep.
Yes. There's been a lot of good jokes in like TV shows too about like woke dudes at colleges just being like overly aggressive with their attempts to convey their wokeness, and it's super lame. So
see, I mean, in the past, if you were woke, like you exploited that information to enrich yourself, but now I guess you're supposed to like, I don't know, get upset.
Yeah. I don't know, something about the patriarchy. Anyway, yeah. So the Donald Glover thing is interesting because, so this came up because I saw an interview with him recently where he describes making music. Again, being like a very, when people.
This is music.
Yeah, exactly. They just get so like when you're making music, and he was just like. He basically described one way to write music, which is very common, which is to throw shit at the wall and see what sticks, right? It literally is like you said, it's just like, I just open my computer, I load up my beats, or like, I mean, not my beats, I load up my
GarageBand, my beat maker, my Ableton,
right? My whatever, my machines. I load up my machines.
Yeah. And, the machines. I got the machines.
Yeah, and like just and like that's a way to make stuff, but it's like. What do you get if you make all your stuff that way? The same thing you hear everyone doing, because there's no direction to it, there's no structure, and it's like
right. That's peak. This is music,
right? It's
because some people hear it and they're like, "That sounds like stuff."
Right.
This is music. Yeah. That's so like I'm into this, right?
And at most, you have two parts to your song. You have A and B. Maybe a bridge. Maybe if you're like really want to push the boundaries of. Other stuff that's been done, like you could throw a bridge in.
Time you took to make the track.
Right. Yeah, if you really want to take way too long.
I don't want to waste a good section though, just on a bridge. That could be like half a whole other song.
Half a song. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So,
or if you're Scott Storch, a whole song. Yeah.
Right. That's true. You can get away with one part.
One half measure is your whole song.
With you can get away with an A section. So it's the same thing. Like there's a lot of that going around, and I think even I think the same problem with these metal bands too, and that's part of why it's like it used to be.
Oh, we need to talk about the woke metal bands that I found.
Oh shit! Oh, are they
these new gent bands?
Shit! That's right.
So I was watching wrestling. Because that's the thing I do. And I grew up in Missouri, for people who don't know this. Okay, so, and they have this thing now where they have, like, the official theme, and they're always like, thanks to so-and-so for the official theme for this pay-per-view, or whatever. They're not pay-per-views anymore, but they still call them pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Because it's saying, like they don't have a term, and everyone just knows. So anyway, but, like, one of the recent ones, I can't remember which one, they were like, thanks to Hacktivist for their new thing. And I was like, what is this? Because it sounded like kind of genty. So I was like, I got to see what this is. And I listened to it. It turned out it was rap gent. And it was amazing. Like,
nice.
Like, and not in a good way.
Right.
So, okay, so I got to break this down for people who aren't aware. So there's like 3 rap gent bands. And they're all from like the UK or Australia or New Zealand. And it's basically, it's like gent with even less of a sense of being a song and rapping. and so they do this thing where like all the songs are 3 minutes long, and each song will have like 20 seconds that you're like, man, that part, that's really cool. Like you should make a song out of that. But they're like, no, that's just like the teaser, and the rest of the song is just garbage. And I'm so mad because I wanted to love rap gent so badly in the way that I love Hyper Crush, where it's like this terrible thing that I can torment people with. but no, like I listened to like 2 rap gen. I can't even remember the names of the other bands. But what's funny is you go on YouTube and you read the comments on the videos, and it's hilarious because invariably people in the comments of whatever band are talking about how it's so much better than one of the other 2 rap gen bands. They're like, dude, this is way better than Hacktivist, and then you go on the Hacktivist video and they're like, this is way better than that other band whose name I can't remember because my fascination with rap gen lasted an entire day.
So should we watch some?
Oh yeah, if you got some. Yeah, if you pull up Hacktivist, I'm sure it will suggest the other 2 bands, and then I'll remember who they are. Yeah, so Overthrown, like that's the new one that they had they had the track from for Wrestling, but I don't remember which track it was.
All right, let's check out Hacktivist first. What's the first?
Go. You want to play something off Overthrown? I don't know I can't remember the name of the track though. These are all their like tour videos. Yeah, it's like Australian tour. Us in Italy. Us in Moscow. Elevate. That's not a new one, but that's one I definitely listen to.
All right, should we check out? All right, let's put on Elevate.
Yeah, that's an official video. Classic genre.
Definitely genting.
They're genting very hard. The drummer gents. They all gent. Look at him gent, dude. Gent so hard. Yeah! Behind the head? You see that stick action? It gets all the way behind his head.
Do they have 2 vocalists?
Yeah, because like the one guy raps.
The one guy raps and the other guy screams or...
Oh yeah, so these guys are super woke. You hear that about Ground Zero,
yeah.
Twin Towers, man? He's like Investigate 311. The other dude's like, just you wait till I fucking spit fire. He's like, I'm just chilling.
Yeah, just wait. It's coming.
Here we go. Wait, they're both rapping! But it's like slightly less rap. It's like 20% less rap.
This is how you know how woke they're being when he points at his brain. Like, think about it.
Also, this anti-globalist band is wearing Adidas. I would just like to point that out.
See no sense. We fight fire with fire, we won't burn.
See, it's got a sing-along chorus, and like, oh man, dude, in the show, you know, the whole everybody's bumping. They're like, we fight fire with fire.
We fight fire with fire, we won't burn.
They will burn. Oh, did you see his guitar face, man? That dude was genning hard.
I'm trying to make a new habit of not watching entire videos just in case. But
yeah, so did it recommend one of the other 2 rap gent bands?
No, I was just gonna put on another.
Oh, okay.
Newer. Oh, here. This is 2016.
He sleeps in his Hacktivist gear. They're ready to jet at all times.
They're literally woke even when they're not actually awake. Whoa.
They both just rap.
I know.
Who's that guy?
See, he's the drummer. That's the drummer.
There's just everybody having lyrics.
Pretending to rap. They've come a long way because they're woke now. Generic genre 2. Never mind. Okay. This song is just terrible.
No lies, we're giving them the truth. They will leave in a pit. There's teeth in their mouth. On the mic wax, we give them the roof. We crowd surf and
That was some kind of British. I didn't understand.
This is the... We get fucked for a show in Amsterdam.
Wait, is there more now? I'm really confused.
So like, I guess this is like a follow us around our day video.
Yeah, because that one dude is like the other guy teaches drum lessons, and this dude just films porn.
you wanna hate on us.
But he's just a cameraman.
And this guy
He's just a cameraman. He's just a day job.
This guy works construction. This guy works in the studio. They play in a jazz band. It's like a 900 number. This song is so bad. Like, this is bad even for rap bands. This is the most Gent by Numbers song plus rap. Wait, here's the dissonant, clean, overly reverb part.
Who would have thought that 4 years back we spawned from the scene and attack? Sounded like bands of whack. He'd age in your mind like a phoenix crack.
Somebody's like, is that Tosin at 104?
I don't think so.
And somebody else is like, yes.
I missed him.
Let's find
At
let's find out.
104? You probably got to go back a few more seconds. Oh yeah, sitting at the bar.
Oh shit.
He is the bar customer.
I wonder, does he know them, or was he just like in a bar in London and they were like, oh, excuse me, mate, which one? Shoot a video here. And he's like, like, don't you, like,
You probably want me in your video.
yeah. They're like, I don't know if you know, we're pretty big jet rap band here, activist, mate. And he's like, I'm Tosin Abasi.
I have
If
all
you
the
play an
endorsements.
8-string, you're obligated to be a fan of me.
I get royalties
I
every
get
time.
royalties every time
you
somebody
chant.
every time somebody chants. Every time it goes,
Anytime you have a gratuitous tapping part.
anytime anyone plays a guitar like a bass.
Anytime your tone is all treble and way too many notes and at the edge of your ability.
And it sounds like this.
Yeah, anytime you thump. Sorry. He gets paid anytime you thump.
Yes.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Wait, so did it link
I
you
don't
to one of the other Gent bands?
I don't know. The algorithm? Red-handed denial.
The algorithm sounds familiar.
Some of these are definitely not.
Yeah.
Oh, DVSR,
Oh, that's
right?
it. Yeah, Devastator. This band is
Oh, right. We're like,
DVSR.
what does
We gotta
this
talk
stand
about, Yeah, we
for?
gotta talk about the name. Their name is DVSR, and I thought it was like Divisor or something. Like, but I looked it up. It's Devastator. I can't believe I forgot about this. It was so bad. These guys are also terrible. He vapes, so you know he's cool.
Oh, right. And they have extra shitty guitars.
I think these guys are from Down Under. This is literally another song that they're playing over a Gent riff, but I can't remember what song it is.
Fuck out of my face!
Get the fuck out of my face. Okay. I mean, it's your video though.
When I come young, free dumb, but I'm like, get back to this, mad advocates full of free mind, motherfucking activists. Bring the new sound now when you mad at us. Show your face when you talk, man, the fuck up. Stuck in a cycle, versatile, we keep moving like you. Taking the breath, the face to breathe like we just like that.
100% rap shit. Very versatile.
Your knees, bitch. Hold up for these metal elitists. Fast guns with a fast cut.
Oh yeah, he's like, fuck these metal elitists. That's us. This video is calling us out.
Oh, shit.
That guy's shitting so hard in that alley. Fuck.
Bring on that hate, expect no harm.
Expect no harm. Unless you're listening to rap chat, which may be harmful to your health.
And I know that you feel alone, you wish to break free. And I know that you wish to have what I have achieved. Live direct feed. See your screen, hands around next. Download your desk to pay off the fee.
Is this song about keyboard warriors?
Is it about activists?
This is a activist diss track. Okay, so this band is like aggressively mediocre.
Put your face to the floor and your back face up. Face, nod to the future. Last to the sky, bring us on with the humor. Disturb my thoughts, it's just lunatic. Tick-tock, time's up on doer. All I see in the master is
Let's check out this other
sunset.
one.
Yeah, we need a new track. That one's so bad.
This is like the dash cam video
Oh,
one.
this is another Devastator. Isn't this like a Living Color video?
Wait. Can they get away with that? Should we find out?
I don't know, man.
Should we check it out?
Is it by their official account? It is.
Yeah. This is
Live footage.
Hacktivist doing a live cover of N-Words in Paris by Jay-Z and Kanye. Let's see if there's any problematic parts.
They definitely gented it up.
Well, yeah. It's gonna be like, what was that? We heard a Jet cover of like Turn Down for What at Heavy Montreal.
So hard, motherfuckers wanna find me. First prick's gotta find me. What's 50G to a motherfucker like me? Can you please remind me? Flow so hard, this shit's crazy.
I'm guessing it's a lot.
Oh, that's right. They're
when I look at you like this shit's crazy.
The rapsman.
So hard,
The
this shit's
rapsman
weird.
is
We ain't even supposed to be here.
Of color. He's a person of color.
It's only
Yes.
right that we play fair. Psycho,
Of color.
I'm liable to go Michael. Take a pick. Jackson, Tyson, Jordan. Flow so hard, got a stone ring. Stainless steel,
Pretty boring.
activist, we ain't wasting
Basketball
time in the
shorts
studio,
are
making
totally
the moves
mild.
right. Flow so hard, I'm shocked too.
It is
I'm
recommending
supposed to
Limp
be
Bizkit,
locked up
though.
too. If you escape what I've escaped, you'll be in London getting fucked up too. Flow so hard, let's get blaze. Amsterdam for like 6 days. Jaeger bombs, score rolls, spilling names to my sick days. Flow so hard, makes behave. Let's get backstage.
He was just talking about how 50K was no big deal, and then he's talking about his sick days. Like, which one is it?
This
is another issue in modern lyrics.
That shit hate.
Consistency.
Making
sense. Yeah.
That shit hate. That shit hate. That shit hate. She said, baby, let's get married at the mall. I said, look, you need
Let's
to
get
go
married at the
for
mall?
Come on,
It's kind of lyrics, so yeah, it's pretty
and show
dumb.
me why you deserve
It's like the first rhyme he thinks of is that's it.
Usually I think so, yeah. Kanye's not a very good rapper. Like he can rap, but that's not that difficult to accomplish.
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means.
Provocative.
No, it's not.
It gets the people going.
Flow so hard, motherfuckers wanna find me.
All right, remind me not to listen to Watch the Throne
To rap jet.
or this. Yeah.
So I think the algorithm is the only other one. If you want to brave that,
Let's check it out.
it'll probably give you a bunch of like computer science videos. Oh no, there you go. They're the full album. Brute force. Source code. Full deals.
User space or pointers?
Oh man, wait, is it? I want to watch Pointers. I haven't seen it, but like, I can't remember if this is the band or not. But this looks like some garbage I haven't watched yet. So this is gonna be some live.
Wait, what the? Is he jetting while tweaking a Novation controller? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
dude. Well, I don't think there's any rapping. I think it's just terribleness.
It's like DJ Gent.
It's green screen pretending to
DJ
jet.
Ent.
Yeah.
DJ Ent.
DJ ENT. Ear, nose, and throat. DJ ear, nose, and throat.
DJ Ear, Nose, and Throat. DJ Ear, Nose, and Throat?
Disc jockey, ear, nose, and throat coming at you. Spinning hot fire. Yeah, this is awful. Oh, he's playing in Aristides.
Drums sound like they're all triggered.
Because they are.
Yeah.
It's an electronic kit. Oh, and he's playing that pop. This is the Samargal.
yeah.
This is the Samargal beat. Yeah. This is really terrible. Oh, he's doing the computer things. He's giving credence to their gimmick. That was the sound from Metal Gear. That was not like an actual computer sound. That's the when someone has been alerted to your presence sound.
He's watching his
He's like,
terrible
oh
video.
shit,
Like, oh, somebody's actually watching this?
this is awful. He's like so into pushing this button. He's like,
I pushed the button. He literally was like, man. He literally was like, I'm gonna get some DJ stuff.
I'm alive.
I'm gonna push one button.
Push the button. This is awful.
It's only half over? What?
This, no, it's over.
God.
I'm turning it off now. Like, can that be a thing, please?
Yes. That is the thing.
No, this. So this.
Should we check out the other one?
This points out.
User space?
I think this is an ad, although
it
it's
is.
indistinguishable. This points out a very fundamental problem that a lot of bands have when they remove the vocalists is they don't do anything to replace the vocals. They're like, no, we're just play background music, basically.
And that's a huge thing in Gent too, because there's so many instrumental bands in Gent who like just don't listen to any instrumental music that's written well, I guess. They just listen
right. They never listen to classical music. They don't understand how music's supposed to work when you don't have vocals.
They've listened to like
band music is all like stuff that's been written so that you can put vocals in front of it. It's just background. People don't get that. Oh, this is all kinds of terrible. It's a new kind of mediocre.
Right, and what's really messed up?
What is it with the sleep waking up? Are these guys woke? I don't know anything about their wokeness though, because they don't have lyrics. But they know about computers apparently, or at least video games.
What's ridiculous to me is how easy it is to just replace the vocal melody with a melody in something else.
Right.
And they don't do it. They're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep tapping for like 5 minutes.
Like, I don't like Joe Satriani, but he at least understood. Right. Like, if you're gonna play instrumental music, there's a lead part.
Yes. Although there is unfortunately, so like a good example of sort of they get that but nothing beyond it. There's this band called Polyphia, and it's like the melodies are terrible, but they're there.
But at least they're there.
But barely, right? It's like if you played like if you phrased it slightly less phrasing, there would be no melody. But there's barely a melody.
This is literally like half of a Gent song. Like it's missing.
I assume
the
this
vocals.
is the intro that's about to have nothing. It's gonna start genting and then it's completely gonna change.
I don't know. This is really long to be an intro. We're already in like the third section. See?
Shit.
This is the song.
That's the melody.
Those
two notes are the.
That's you're very kind in saying it's a melody. That's the top.
That's the melody.
That's the top voice of the background. That doesn't qualify as a melody.
It's.
Oh shit! You're right. It's the melody. Fuck. It's genting now, Matt.
Just without the actual.
This is the algorithm for being terrible. This is the how-to. This is the how-to.
For generating.
This is the how-to to suck.
Oh wait, they have a video for a song called Overclock. Well, this song is pretty underclocked, so let's try Overclock instead. Ooh.
I mean, at least they're on theme. They're on gimmick, even if it's terrible and stupid. These are fractals. This has nothing to do with overclocking. No, it's not even fractals. It's a kaleidoscope. I'm sorry. Check out these IBM.
They're obsessed with old computers.
But also video games. Yeah. There's no like actual like computation going on. They're just playing video games.
Right. They're like people who they're not actually into computers. They're just into video games, but they think that, like that's what computers are for. So they're just like computers, video games, more video games, email. Like they don't know what else do you do with a computer. I don't know. You could probably like record more than one guitar track with a computer if you really know what you're doing with one, right? But this guy's just like, I only got one guitar. Can we have a smartphone-centric Jet band where we write songs like Snapchat and Tinder? Yeah, but there's that one, who's that shitty pop group that had like a Snapchat song and then they had like
Heart to Heart.
Right. Did we watch them on it? We did, right?
We have to have.
I think we did.
Yeah. They're so bad. This is terrible. We need to go back to music warsing. I mean, I know nothing about this band, so we could definitely music wars them up. In that, I'm going to agree with your.
Music wars.
I'm gonna agree with your wild conjecture that they probably don't actually know anything about computing,
Right?
And they're just like,
I mean, there are things that's like the algorithm, user space, there's sound. They're words that a person who knows about computers might use. Like they've heard them used
they
before.
went on Slashdot